A quick wrap now of some of the other stories that we're tracking. India has recorded over 53,000 fresh cases of coronavirus in the last 24 hours. The death toll, in fact, rose by 650 as well in the last 24 hours. India has reached a total of 7 million recoveries. About 1 million recoveries were made in the last 13 days. After getting clearance for phase 3 trials, the Hyderabad vaccine maker Bharat Biotech has claimed that the vaccine for COVID-19 is all set for a launch in June 2021. Bharat Biotech's vaccine is called Covaxin, which will be tested across 19 sites and on 20,000 people. Former Maharashtra Chief Minister and BJP leader Devendra Fadnavis has tested positive for COVID-19. Fadnavis took to Twitter to share the news. He said that it was his time to take some rest as he has been working since the lockdown. He also assured that he is in isolation and has taken medical treatment for this. The doctor strike in Delhi has entered the 19th day now. Their salaries have been stalled for over 3 months and they say that they are tired of raising the same issue over and over again with no resolution. Recently, the MCD released salaries only for the month of July. The DMK is holding a massive protest outside Tamil Nadu Governor's house over the delay in a nod for medical quota bill. The bill in question pushes for 7.5% reservation for government school students in medical colleges, hitting out at the AIADMK for not pressurizing the governor enough. Party chief M.K. Stalin said that the EPS-led government was betraying the people of the state. A popular store in Salem was sealed after huge crowds gathered at the store, breaking all COVID protocols. All social distancing norms were violated at the retail shop. The reason why the retail outlet attracted huge crowds was because the store was selling clothes at huge discounts during the festive season. Top intelligence sources have told CNN News 18 that Pakistan is already devising a new strategy to remain in the game of terrorism. To maintain deniability, they've come out with the idea of using Chinese drones to carry out attacks that can be claimed by local outfits. These drones are using heavy weights of weapons, including AK-47 and other weapons. While Calcutta High Court's order has refrained the public from entering Durga Puja pandals, Trinamool MP and actor Nusrat Jahan visited the Suruchi Sangha Durga Puja pandal in Kolkata, offering prayers to goddess Durga on the occasion of Maha Ashtami. She also danced and played darts with the organizers. Meanwhile, this will be the first time in many years that the Bhog at Durga Puja pandals will not be served inside the pandals. Instead, Pujo pandals at Delhi's CR Park, for instance, are packing the Bhog and delivering it to homes by e-rickshaws or designated Bhog delivery vans. The service has been introduced as people were barred from entering the pandals. The horrifying incident of rape and murder of a 6-year-old minor in Punjab's Hoshiarpur district has shaken the country. Politicians have in fact started speaking about it as well. Amit Malviya, BJP's IT cell head, tweeted on the incident, and Union Minister Nirmala Sitharaman joined the chorus, slamming the opposition leaders for selective outrage. Residents of Delhi NCR woke up to very poor air quality today. In some areas, the air quality index deteriorated to the severe category and was above the 400 mark. Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa announced that waterlogging occurred in some areas in Bengaluru after heavy rainfalls because of poor drainage system, and has announced 25,000 rupees will be given as compensation to each house that got damaged due to the rainfall. Earlier, State Minister R. Ashok also visited the rain-affected areas and said that rescue operations are on. Ahead of Gujarat by-polls, Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced 3 projects including Kisan Suryodaya Yojana for the state. The announcement was made through video conferencing. Gujarat is set to conduct by-polls to 8 seats on the 3rd of November. And a big relief for borrowers at the onset of festive season. The government has announced a waiver on interest to loans of up to 2 crore rupees, irrespective of whether the moratorium was in fact awaited or not. The Home Ministry has deputed an inter-ministerial central team on the Andhra floods. This is for an on-the-spot assessment of the damage and relief operations conducted for making recommendations for the allocation of additional funds for this purpose. Mumbai court has taken cognizance of the supplementary charge sheet filed by 8 activists in the Elga Parishad case. Special NIA Judge D. Kothalikar has said that there was prima facie material against the accused for taking cognizance. The charge sheet includes names of Gautam Navlakha, Anand Teltumde and Hani Babu. With that, we're taking a very quick